What is up, guys? It is the Blue Bloods here, back with another interview, man. And we got one of our guys from up there in Eastern Washington, man. You saw them make a playoff run this year, man. You saw them be flexed to ESPN2 this year in one of the first primetime games on the main ESPN station, man. We got our guy Marlon Jones here. And man, this kid is a stud DB, going to be a leader of the Eastern Washington defense for years to come, man. But Marlon, appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Ab- Absolutely, man. So, man, let's get to your recruiting process a bit, man. You were voted one of the top 100 players coming out of the state of Washington in high school, man. You track star, football star, you did it all, man. But walk me through your recruiting process. Who was on you the earliest? What schools were reaching out to you the most? And what kind of played into your decision to go to Eastern Washington?
Honestly, my recruiting process was a little humbling, I would say. I didn't get as much attention as back then like I thought I should. Um, Going into signing day, I only had one offer, which was Central Washington. So before then, I was just open to anyone who would give me a chance. I had been in contact with Eastern, like I had been to their camps and stuff, reached out to the coaches and stuff, and then a little bit before signing day, senior year, they came up to the school, reached out to me one last time. I came out here for a visit, and then the rest is history. They offered me, and I accepted it. So,
It was a good decision, man. Paid off, but one of the big things for FCS athletes, I don't think you guys got enough credit for, is you guys had to play 2 seasons within a calendar year, which has never been done in the history of college football, man. How tough was that on yourself and the program?
I'd say personally, it was like a little different, obviously, because no one's ever done it before. I was coming off a hamstring injury, so my redshirt year, I didn't really do a whole lot because I was dealing with that. So the spring season was really my time to like catch back up to everyone else because I was injured during the first like actual season. So I personally I appreciated it, and then going into this fall season, I feel like it helped us a lot just because we were able to bond a whole lot more during the spring. Add some new tweaks here and there on both offense and defense, and just gel together better. It wasn't too much of a physical toll, but I mean, it was. I feel like. I mean, it kind of sucked. Like, man, like we got to go back to back, like in the moment. But now, like looking back, like I feel like it was a good thing for us, and it worked out for the better.
Oh yeah, man. And I mean, I think all the athletes that had to go through it, man, deserve a lot more credit. I mean, some programs are playing almost 30 games in a
Hmm.
calendar year, including you guys who made playoff runs in both of those years, man. But for you, looking at this 2021 season, man, you guys make it to the second round. We're a top 10 team all season. But for yourself, what were some of the final takeaways of the 2021 season?
I was pretty happy with the way the season went. Obviously, we fell a little bit short at the end there, but I feel like we made a lot of progress, and I feel like we did all that we could and left it all out on the field. Sorry about that. I was pretty happy with the way my season went. Obviously, the goal for me each season is to make more of an impact, which I'm hoping to do next season. But I feel like just overall we had a good season, and I had a good season too.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, tied for the team lead in interceptions, top 10 in the Big Sky, according to the Big Sky statistic book, man. So that was huge. And one of the big things for Eastern Washington this year, it was a record year, the most FCS over FBS upsets in a year. And you guys kicked it off in a big way with y'all's upset win over UNLV, man. Walk me through that. How much did that win mean to the program?
I think it meant a lot just because a lot of times you just see that the bigger schools or even like the fans, some don't even know who the FCS schools are. They're just like, oh, this is just a gimme game. Like they're just doing this to like boost their stats or just it's just a win or whatever. So I think it was good for us to go over there and like show that we can actually like compete with like some bigger schools and put a name out there for ourselves. And it was just, and the fact that it was the first game of the season just really gave us a huge like momentum boost that we needed.
Absolutely. And I mean, you already know this, man. One of the big names associated with Eastern Washington, of course, is quarterback Eric Barrier, just won the Walter Payton of the Year award. Man,
Mhm.
how competitive are practices, man? Being a DB, getting to practice against that receiving core, Eric, of course, and then that defense, you guys have some studs on the defense, including yourself, man. So how competitive are practices throughout the season and the weeks?
It's perfect. I love it. It's really like a game, like every day. Personally, like I feel like the receivers that we go against in practice, like this past season, were probably like the best that we had seen all season, and we see them every day, week in, week out. Same with EB. Like there wasn't like a better quarterback that we had seen during the season that we hadn't seen in EB. So it was really like game speed and practice every day going against those guys, and it really made us better come game time. So.
Oh man, it absolutely did. And so this one's gonna be a little bit of a tougher question, man. So if you got to pick one game from this season that you wish you could have back, play one more time, which game would it be?
Um, I would probably have to choose probably I wasn't happy obviously with the last Montana game, but if I could go back and choose just one, I would probably say the Weber State game because I felt like there was just some stuff that we could have done a lot better, and I feel like we could have come out with the win. But yeah, I'd probably choose Weber State.
That's a good one, man. That's still a great game too. And the Big Sky. Let me just say this is one of the toughest conferences in the FCS by far. It's the Missouri Valley. Your guys' conference. So for you, speak to how tough the grind is in the Big Sky week in and week out, man. I mean, you guys had Sac State in the conference, Montana State, yourselves, Weber State. How tough is it week to week to get a win, and what's that grind like on your bodies?
It can be pretty tough. I mean, it really is like any given time, like anybody can be anybody. So you don't want to like sleep on anybody or be like, oh, this is an easy week because you can get upset. Like we weren't expecting to lose to Weber State or Montana State, who are both good teams. So I mean, it's just like you gotta stay on your p's and q's at all times. So, but physically, I feel like it just comes with the game. I mean, you just prepare the same you would for any other week. But yeah, towards the end of the season, it definitely gets tougher, like physically, just because your body's worn out. You're trying to make it to playoffs, stuff like that. But yeah, it's not too much of a challenge, I don't think.
I like it, man. So for you, looking at yourself as a player, what do you think your biggest strengths are as a player?
Uh, I would say my football IQ has definitely grown from just like freshman year of college till now. I feel like I try to take pride in my technique. So yeah, I try to sorry, I try to connect my technique with my IQ, and I feel like technique alone will is more like 50%, if not more, of the each rep. So I feel like if you have good technique and you have a good understanding of what you're doing, then you're set.
Yeah, I mean, it is paid off in a big way, man, with a great season this year. But let's get the people to know you a little bit better. Who Marlon Jones is as a player right now, man. And so for you, which NFL defensive back do you think you model your game after the most right now?
I would have to say, no, not a coincidence, but I'll have to say Marlon Humphrey.
I like it, man.
I
He's a
like,
dog too, so that's a
yeah,
that's a great comparison, man.
yeah.
Marlon's dominating the league right now, but looking at the defensive back position, man, some people prefer speed, some people prefer a lot of interceptions. For you, what do you think is more important to a defensive back, speed or ball skills?
Um, I feel like that's a tough one. I feel like if I had to choose speed or ball skills, I would probably choose ball skills because I feel like if you have good enough technique, you don't need to be the fastest corner. Like Richard Sherman wasn't the fastest corner; he just had really good technique, so that took care of it for himself. Um, Ball skills are a little different because you can be the fastest, you can like have the best technique, but if you don't know what to do when the ball's in the air, then you're not really going to make a lot of plays. So I would have to choose ball skills. But personally, I feel like I mean everyone loves picks and interceptions stuff like that. But I feel um like the stat I would care about the most is the least amount of touchdowns given up, like the least amount of yards, least amount of catches given up in a game. But yeah, picks are cool too.
he said, listen, you won't score on me, but I would still like a pick if like
Yeah.
that's cool with y'all. But man, you don't have to give away all your secrets here. But if you're one on one with a wide receiver, what's the number one mistake they can make against you?
Um, I won't say there's a mistake they can make against me. I'm just confident in the way I play. I feel like I have like good enough speed to keep up with pretty much. I mean, anyone that we've gone against, I don't feel like I haven't been like outran. So I feel like the speed is a big thing. But no, I don't think there's anything they could do to mess up. I just feel like my talent will take care of itself.
Oh man, I love the confidence on that answer, man. I definitely like that. But I know I was very superstitious playing with my pregame routine just because I'm a superstitious guy. But for you, what is your pregame routine on Saturdays?
Uh, I don't eat before games. All my
Oh
all my team
wow.
all my teammates look at me weird because we'll have pregame meal like a little snack. I don't eat before games at all. Like I'll just drink water, some Gatorade, stuff like that. Um, Obviously music, and then I'll just go out in the field, stretch by myself, and just visualize myself making plays. But yeah,
It's simple, man. Yeah, I don't know how you did eat, man. That pregame meal was
yeah, I
important.
can't.
You see, it's coming from an O lineman, man. Us O linemen, like we had to eat the
Yeah.
pregame meal. There was no skipping the pregame meal for us, man. But listen, DBs, y'all have a bad rap. Let's just keep it honest with us, man. Y'all got a very bad rap for being trash talkers.
Mhm.
And I mean, and so for you in a game, how big of a trash talker are you during the game?
In game time, not really much at all. In practice, it can get a little chippy just because like you see the same guys every day, so like tension
Yeah.
get a little bit high. But in practice or at games, I mean, I don't really. I just feel like I don't have like. I'd rather not. I'd rather waste my energy like using it towards a rep than like talking trash to somebody. So I don't usually talk trash. But yeah, I just like to let my play speak for itself.
I like it. And so on the flip side, man, who's the biggest trash talker on Eastern Washington? You can pick an offensive guy and a defensive guy.
He's gone now, but it was definitely Tololo on offense. Uh, on defense, it's uh Anthony Smith.
I
Yeah,
like it.
yeah,
He said they don't stop. They don't stop. But for
yeah.
you, you could pick one player off of your team that you've played against and one player from another team you faced in a game. But who are the best offensive players you've ever had to go up against?
um, on my team, probably Eric. Um, who I faced, um, Isaiah Ifonte is really good from Montana State. He's
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. That kid's a stud. I did a film breakdown today of the championship game, and I know they lost, but man,
yeah,
that kid's a bulldozer. And I mean,
yeah.
he's not that big, but man, he runs angry.
He knows how to run the ball. Yeah,
I like it. I'm interested to see, man. Listen, you guys, Montana State, Montana, that Big Sky is going to be real interesting these next few years. I'm excited to see those matchups. But I know, listen, the red turf, legendary. Let me just say that. I can't wait to get up there to see a game. It's the you guys. I believe this year was the first game y'all lost in like 2 years at
yeah.
home. So y'all have an amazing environment up there. But outside of the red turf, who had the best environment this season?
Um, I hate to say it, but the Montana Stadium is probably the best. It's I don't know. They just have a good environment there. Even though they hate us when we go there, it's a really nice stadium.
Hey, that's probably what makes it so great, man. They hate y'all, so they have to show up and
Yeah,
let you know
it's
how much they
packed.
hate you. I feel like the good people of Montana get no respect for being good fans, man. Everyone just
Yeah.
thinks it's an empty state, but I still think you guys are right up there with them in terms of environment. But for you, man, you got a few years left. So what's one FCS non-conference matchup that you haven't played that you would like to play?
Um, I would have liked to have played James Madison. They were like in the same area of the bracket as us. So probably them, or I would like to play. Northern Iowa was one, but we got to play them. So yeah, probably just James Madison.
Oh man, I like you almost knocked both your teams out, man. I think James Madison was the team you got that Montana went on to play
Yeah.
in the playoffs in the next round, man. So you almost got to knock off both your schools there, man. But for you, more personally, man, looking ahead to the 2022 season, big season for Eastern Washington, high expectations, like always, but you guys are used to that. But for you, what are your personal goals for the 2022 season?
On a broad level, I would just make a bigger impact on the team. Like step into more of like a leadership role on the defense. And then like more specific, I'd like to get more picks, more tackles. I like to try to stack those up if I can. And then I'd like to play a little more corner this year too. I kind of played like nickel last year, so I'd like to play corner this year too.
Oh, I like that, man. I like that. That they versatility is a big thing, man. That's gonna be huge for you. But then, despite all the accolades, man, all the wins, playing for one of the best FCS teams in the country, what keeps you motivated year in and year out to keep coming back and doing this?
I just love like I'd really just love the game. Like when I'm not playing it, I miss it. Just I don't even know how to describe it. I just love the game. It's probably just really that. Like I don't really have like a sad story like I lost somebody, nothing like that. I just love the game.
That's fine, man. Listen, we're all football guys on this show, man. So huge football guy, and I love that answer, man. But listen, I'm expecting big things from Eastern Washington, man. I Big Sky contenders next year, of course. Always going to be a top 10 team, man, year round. But Marlon, thank you so much for hopping on here, man. Listen, this is your time. It's all about promoting the players on here, especially in the age of NIL deals and things like that. So where can they find you on social media? And give any and all shout outs right now, man. This time is yours.
I have Twitter and Instagram at MJJR6.
Guys, it will be linked in the comments below and in the description, man. Make sure to go follow our guy Marlon here on all social media, man. The bigger he gets his brand, the bigger and better deals are coming his way down the line, man. Well, good luck on your season, man. But guys, for Marlon, myself, and the Blue Bloods, we are out for right now.